Hey guys, Erin Gonzalez here. I don't know if you noticed, but I titled this, I Hate My Life. I don't know how many of you have said that to yourselves or feel that way currently about your life, your situation, your health, your job. But I was talking to someone last night, and when they said that to me, specifically, I hate my life, it triggered something within me. And I thought that I really wanted to share this with everyone because I think we've all been there before. And so hopefully you can gain a little insight from this. For those of you who don't know, my name is Erin, and I am a wife of two teenagers. I am a mom. I'm a wife of two teenagers. I'm a wife of over 24 years, I think. A mom of two teenagers. I am a health and fitness coach and a fitness instructor. And I also, at one time, have to say that I did hate my life. I have lost well over 100 pounds in my health and fitness journey, and much of that I have done over and over and over again. Hey Laura, how are you? So I want to see if you can relate to any of these questions. When I was talking to this individual last night, thinking about that comment. It's such a wide comment, statement really. And these are all of the feelings that I had when I was in that frame of mind myself. And I am sure that this individual probably feels the same way. I want you to think about these questions. Do you hate to work out? Or do you work out so much because you love it, but you're not seeing any results? Do you feel like you have absolutely no energy? Do you feel like you can't keep up with your kids? Maybe you're out of breath, or you feel like you should be able to do more. Do you feel older than your age, your physical age? Are you being diagnosed with things like autoimmune disorders and diseases that you shouldn't be? You don't feel that you should be. Do you feel like you hate yourself? That's a strong statement. But I'll be honest with you, I would have to say that there was a time where I felt like that. Not just the way you look, but maybe the way you feel mentally. Do you feel like you're not sure how to create a healthy lifestyle, or even where to start? That can seem overwhelming for a lot of people. Do you hate veggies, or what you perceive as healthy eating? Do you hate to cook or be in the kitchen? Do you feel like the changes that you need to make are impossible? Do you feel like you're going to fail at it? Like it's just one more thing that you're just not going to do right? Or do you feel like you might be set up for failure because maybe your family isn't on board, or you don't have their support? Those are all the things that I felt at one time, and I'm sure you guys feel probably as well. And some of them I still struggle with. And I think this is why I have found the groups that I run so beneficial, because all of those questions are really not such an issue when you have a tribe or a family. And that's really what the members of my group are. They are my fit family. They are my tribe. And, you know, for those of us who don't like to work out, we inspire each other to do those things that are necessary, right? And for those of us who, love to work out and don't see a result, we learn so much in this group as to why that is. Once you're able to make those changes, you do find that you have the energy that you think you're supposed to have, that you really will have. And then you're not just living, you're thriving. And there's such a difference, a huge difference between those two things. You're able to keep up with your kids. You're able to probably do more than what your kids can do. You not only start to feel your age, but you start to look younger than what your age actually is. It's amazing when I see my group members go through their transformation, and the reverse in aging that I see in just their face is amazing. They learn to love, we all learn to love ourselves mentally before we ever get to what we perceive as our goal. Because we do a lot of emotional work in the group as well. And that is so important in conjunction with, eating well and exercising. If you don't have that mental aspect of it, you're probably going to feel like a hamster in a wheel, because you're going to be going at it forever, and it just doesn't click. And that's a big part of what we do. For those of us who hate veggies, we learn ways to get them in so that we are being able to, absorb and accomplish that healthy lifestyle. And part of that is eating a good amount of vegetables. And the great thing is once we teach you tools to make it so attainable and manageable and sustainable that, believe it or not, your taste buds change, your palate changes. And so within that first 30 days, you start to realize that you really do like vegetables, because you're actually able to taste them and realize what they're supposed to taste like. And it's actually quite enjoyable. For those of us who hate to cook, and I hate it, but it's a necessary evil that I have to do, and I make the best of it, and I learn how to do it in a way that works for me. And those are tricks and tips that we learn in the group as well. And it's not just me sharing and teaching with my fit family. We're all there doing it together. I absolutely don't know everything there is to know, but the community that we have in that group is like none other. And we learn so much from each other, so much. For those that, and we all go through this, that feel that making these changes are impossible, we help each other. We are there to help break it down into bite-sized, manageable pieces that make it not overwhelming. And that's really the point, because if it's too overwhelming to do it, none of us can stick to it. And that's not the point. This isn't a diet, it's a lifestyle that I'm helping people understand and learn and live. I don't want you achieving your health and fitness goals if you're just going to go back to the way life was before and undo all the work that you've worked so hard for. That's not what I'm teaching people. It's a lifestyle. And I want people to understand that you shouldn't be afraid of feeling like you're going to fail, because you will. We all will. We all do on an ongoing basis. And the most amazing thing about this group, this community, this family, is that we are there to celebrate our wins and our successes. And we are there to pick each other up and dust each other off when we have failures and discouraging moments and disappointments. That's what we're for. It's not just for the great, right? It's kind of like a marriage. We're there for the good and the bad. And it's an amazing community. It's an amazing support structure. And honestly, I don't know how to describe it any other way, because I know a lot of people are really nervous about taking that step. And there's absolutely no risk. What I do with my clients and my members always, typically, maybe not in the first 30 days, depending on the person, but it always ends up being a positive experience and one that changes them forever. And that's my goal for my members, is to help as many of them as I possibly can achieve that sustainable lifestyle that will keep them around for their kids, for their family, for events like graduations and weddings and births of babies and grandbabies. That's my passion. And I want to share that with you because if you're feeling any of this and you're sitting in a place and you're super unhappy with where you're at, mentally, physically, and you need something to change, and you know you need it to change, either for your health, to save your life, to give you a better life, I want to be able to help you with that. And I know that I can. What I help my members with is it's not new. It's not different. It's not, crazy information. It's stuff that we may not have known because we don't spend a lot of time, for most of us. You don't spend a lot of time delving into nutrition and things like that. And that's kind of like, I was explaining this to someone the other day, and she said, I just don't have all the time to do all of the reading and the research and, to learn everything. And it's so overwhelming. And she's right. It is overwhelming when you look at it like that. When you're trying to do it all on your own, by yourself, it is completely overwhelming. It would be like trying to learn chemistry by yourself with a book. To me, I wouldn't even attempt it because that seems too daunting, too overwhelming. I wouldn't do that. I would hire a tutor, and I would work with someone who could show me the tips and break it down into manageable pieces so that I would be successful at it. It would take time for me to be successful at it because that's not my strength, right? And that's really what I'm doing for my clients and my members. I'm their nutrition tutor, basically. And it's not just the nutrition that we work on, like I mentioned. We focus on the emotional aspect and the physical aspect, and the fitness aspect, because they're all three needed to be successful long term. So I encourage you, if you're sitting in a place where you related to a lot of those questions and you're not happy with where you're at, you're not quite sure what needs to change or how to do it, but you know that it can't stay the way that it is, reach out to me. Let's chat, because I guarantee you I've got some tips and tricks and information that will make things so much easier. I promise you. And I want you to be able to say, I love my life, not that I hate my life. Nobody is meant to live in a life that they don't enjoy and love. And it doesn't have to be that way. And I don't want it to be that way for you. So hopefully you'll get enough courage up that you want to reach out and see what other options are out there for you. Okay? I hope you guys have an amazing day. I don't know if you can tell, but I went to my favorite store. So I've got some new digs to wear tomorrow, because honestly, nothing is better in life than a pair of brand new leggings. Well, there's quite a few things, but not for me. So I hope you have an amazing day, guys, and hopefully I will hear from several of you who are ready to take that next step and let things be different, and let's do something different to get you something different. Okay? Have a great one, y'all. See ya. Bye.